Have you ever wondered what makes billions of people around the world believe in Jesus Christ? What makes a man who lived over 2,000 years ago have such a profound influence? Today, we will explore one of the most touching stories about him, a story full of humanity, compassion, and unconditional love. One day, while Jesus was teaching at the temple, a group of scribes and Pharisees arrived, dragging along a woman. They said to him, "Teacher, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. According to the law of Moses, she must be stoned to death. What do you say?" They were not truly seeking justice, they were testing Jesus. If he agreed to the stoning, they would say he lacked mercy. If he forgave her, they would accuse him of not following the law. Jesus did not answer immediately. He bent down and wrote on the ground with his finger. Then he stood up and calmly said, "Let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." One by one, from the eldest to the youngest, they silently walked away. No one could condemn her because everyone had their own faults. Finally, only Jesus and the woman remained. He gently said, "Neither do I condemn you. Go now and leave your life of sin." This story is not just about forgiveness, it is a lesson in compassion and humility. We all make mistakes, but instead of rushing to judge others, we should learn to love and help them change. Imagine if Jesus had not been there that day, the woman would likely have been executed. But he turned a moment of death into an opportunity for her to start anew. This reflects an important principle in life: everyone deserves a second chance. No one can live without making mistakes. But what truly matters is how we learn from them. Beyond the story of the adulterous woman, Jesus consistently demonstrated unconditional love for all people, especially those marginalized by society. Another example of his kindness is the story of Zacchaeus, the tax collector. Zacchaeus was despised by the people because he collected taxes for the Roman Empire and often abused his power to enrich himself. When Jesus passed through the city where Zacchaeus lived, Zacchaeus climbed a sycamore tree to see him. Jesus looked up and said, "Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today." This statement shocked everyone because no one expected Jesus to care for a sinner like Zacchaeus. Yet his love transformed Zacchaeus. He repented, vowed to return the money he had wrongfully taken, and chose to live an honest life. Stories like these show that love and kindness can transform people. When someone feels loved and given a chance, they can change for the better. This is a powerful lesson for all of us. In life, we often judge others quickly, forgetting that they may be struggling with their own challenges. Instead of criticizing, we should try to listen, understand, and encourage them. A kind word or a simple act of kindness can completely change a person's life. In today's world, social media makes it easier than ever for people to judge one another. A single mistake can lead to thousands of people condemning someone without giving them a chance to explain. But if we live by Jesus' teachings, the world would be a better place. We should put ourselves in others' shoes before rushing to judge. We should forgive, because everyone makes mistakes. Most importantly, we should help each other grow rather than tear each other down. Jesus did not just preach with words, he demonstrated kindness through his actions. He dined with tax collectors, people despised by society. He healed lepers, people considered unclean and outcast. Even while on the cross, he forgave those who crucified him, praying, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." This is not just the story of a man, it is the story of unconditional love. A love that is not limited by mistakes or past actions. A love that can change an individual, a community, and even the world. Another powerful example of Jesus' compassion is the story of the Good Samaritan. One day, a man was traveling from Jerusalem to Jericho when he was attacked by robbers. They stripped him of his clothes, beat him, and left him half dead on the side of the road. A priest happened to pass by, but he ignored the injured man and continued on his way. A Levite also passed by and did the same. Then a Samaritan, a person from a group traditionally despised by the Jews, came across the wounded man. Unlike the others, he stopped, bandaged the man's wounds, placed him on his own donkey, and took him to an inn where he paid for his care. Jesus used this parable to teach that true love and kindness transcend social divisions. It is not about who we are, but how we treat others. Another deeply moving story is that of the prodigal son. In this parable, a young man demands his inheritance from his father and squanders it on reckless living. When he has nothing left and finds himself starving, he decides to return home, hoping his father will take him back as a servant. But instead of anger, his father runs to him, embraces him, and celebrates his return. This story illustrates the boundless grace and mercy of God. No matter how far we stray, we can always come back, and we will be welcomed with open arms. Imagine if each of us lived with such love. If every day, we chose to forgive instead of holding grudges, to help rather than criticize, and to understand rather than judge, how much better would the world be? Jesus left humanity a legacy, not of wealth, power, or fame, but of love, a love that can redeem the lost, lift up the brokenhearted, and bring light to those in darkness. The story of Jesus and the adulterous woman is one of the most beautiful examples of love and mercy. He is not just the Savior, he is a model of compassion. His love was not just words, it was action, sacrifice, and boundless mercy. We can all learn from him and apply his teachings in our daily lives by treating others with kindness, helping those in need, and spreading positive energy. So, are you ready to share love the way he did? Leave a comment with your thoughts. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more meaningful stories.